Should I push it back some?
Yeah. That way it is.
We just gonna sit around and have the normal conversation that we normally have when we sit on the phone together. If y'all haven't already, go subscribe to my YouTube Chit Chat with Faye Boogie. It's in the link in my bio on TikTok. And go follow my TikTok. Because a lot of things we sit around and talk about, you know, people want to say, and they don't really have an outlet to say. But luckily, I do. What that is? Instagram. I deactivated my Instagram, man.
I see, because I tried. I was looking for you.
To tag me?
I said Boogie.
Boogie?
I said,
man, I just been feeling like.
Then you had something else up there. You had another name on there.
Or Supreme, my business page.
Yeah, I look for
I ain't even realize that was still up. But when I went and did that one, I deactivated that one too. People don't realize how much we spend time on these phones.
But not Instagram.
Because sometimes, well, I really don't, but it was just something, you know how you just keep jumping back and forth between apps. And I caught myself doing that. Why I was just like, what am I doing? But nah, girl, I be walking around the house aggravating my children because I feel like I got just too much time on my hands. So that's why I was like, let me go join the gym because I definitely got the time. But
that's a healthy choice. Healthy choice. How we go live on Instagram? Don't worry.
Yeah, because I googled the jilt. The lady asked me a question on here yesterday, and I went right in TikTok search and then replied to it because I did not know. Who's knocking at your door, girl? Sure.
Yeah. Girl, I ain't no motion over him. Like, none whatsoever.
It seemed quiet. Is it quiet?
Yeah. It is. I don't have no problems. I mean, upstairs, do a little run. I smell weed, but she was talking that weed smell be smelling good.
You ain't lying.
You
ain't lying.
No, but it do be smelling good. I should have said she was right. Should have let go of it. Not let go of sorry.
Man, I've been trying to find me another job though. So.
You don't want to do that, but you probably get paid more than working for these.
That's the only reason
you gonna probably get tired of that.
Find me another job because I ain't find nobody yet paying what I'm paying, but I gotta do something for because my sister work at.
I thought you was in school.
I don't start till next year. Then I ain't even. I knew I owed St. George Tech $458. They said when you're a transient student. When I got my check, I was girl. I didn't know that. I thought, but she said, they don't give financial aid to two different schools, So when I got my check here, I was supposed to go pay that. I didn't know that because I called. I was like, why would I be paying money when I got financial aid? But it's fine because when I get a check from this school, I'm just gonna go pay it. I'm just gonna pay it to St. George Tech because I need them credits that I took there. I need my transcript.
So I'm going to Capella. I'm about like Jay though, like. I just know I got to be real. I'm going to have to stay real disciplined.
Yeah.
But I think I said I may have to do like you get out social media. I'm going to keep my TikTok.
TikTok educational.
I got to.
And I tell people in a minute, if you ever going through something, get on TikTok. Because TikTok definitely, like, you have so many different people. Everybody, the imperfections are shown on TikTok. On Instagram, everybody got it.
And Facebook too.
Facebook draining. They were killing me because, like, in my mind, I was like, why are y'all so entertaining? Like, everybody talk about the same thing. It was just too much. Like, mentally, that was doing something to me. Right. I was riding down here today. I said, damn, why everybody so mad? The girl, you walking in front of my car, like, literally walking in the road instead of going across, you bucking your eyes at me. I'm like, girl, what is wrong with these people? I see they ain't finding them folks yet that done escaped from jail.
I thought they had got one person. No, the guy
killed themselves. Yeah,
the boy that was supposed to be the getaway person, I guess.
He goes dying and making, baby. Look at him.
Oh, Jay. Jay, you finna go? You gonna get on live with us?
No.
He said
it ain't nobody on here but two people.
We gotta get them an interesting topic.
Something I've been doing too. I've been writing down. Like when I hear stuff from a sermon, I've been writing it down, and I write it down when I was at work, child, supposed to be work, but I was watching them at work. And I right now I'm sticking on, I go and tell my niece all this stuff. We'll have a conversation about, like, some stuff I done heard, and I tell her, like, what that meant to me, and she'll shout at me what that meant to her. She like one of my favorite people.
I know. Well, that's how you learn with sermons. You're supposed to notate in church. Because the pastor, they just really they try to simplify it, really. And use parable stories to kind of relate.
Oh, my dad smells just like home.
It says swipe right anywhere in the feed, then scroll to the live at the bottom. What I did?
I'm trying to go live on her Instagram. Show her, boo.
You not do it.
I've been struggling with budgeting too.
Me too. You do. I think you probably do better than me, girl. I had one of my guy friends. He stayed right here. Okay. He was just telling me, okay, just try to do this out your check. I mean, it's hard. I spend every penny in my check. You talking about something?
You get paid weekly?
Semi-monthly, every 2 months. Twice a month.
What?
I mean, twice a month.
Oh, bi-weekly. Mm-hmm. That almost made me.
Well, it's twice a month because, like, this month, in 5 weeks, I'm only going to get paid twice. Mm-hmm. Bi-weekly, sometimes you'll get a third check.
Listen, in the interview, I'm going to ask you, how often y'all paying us? And if you say in 2 weeks, I'm going to have to consider that.
But I put I can put something in, right? Mm-hmm. What to put in, you know?
Like the name of it? Mm-hmm. I think it's click on it real quick.
Okay. We probably always say viewing.
I think this is supposed to end on its own. We gonna see though.
I don't want to hide it from nobody. Say it's okay. We're gonna learn this together. Mm-hmm.
Hey y'all. What is this?
I go live. Oh, I'm on. You saying Jay on her live? I'm on
somebody live.
Yo, but I'm saying I'm talking to him. Saying how I go live. That's why Jay started laughing.
Yeah, you might want to exit off of that.
I mean, he be getting some good information too.
What if you click on that plus? What they gonna do? Or they just add to the story?
Yeah, I just add to the story. I don't know. I should have been look this up. I thought you knew.
That why I was messing with mine because I was like, let me go see if But this was pretty simple. After you set up the event, you can just go live and it just came up. Let me see.
Oh no. Hey guys, who we have here? Invite somebody. This is gonna be very interesting.
I think that's it. You just press the middle button.
Okay. Go ahead. We good. Let's go ahead and.
Damn. You ain't about to see you. Oh.
I ain't got no tripod thing like that.
I got one here and I got a big one like that and.
Flip the camera.
Like these. I thought
that was smart. What we do without you? Amen. Somebody don't find out.
What's your case made out of? Like material? Is it slippery?
Yeah, a little bit. But I think we can do it like this because it works on both. Hey, I got one viewer. Hey, Sade.
Is that Quita? Her picture look like Quita's.
I think so. Hey, Quita. Is that Quita? Are you Quita?
I can't hardly see that picture. The picture's so small.
And you know I got my glasses on. I think
that is. Not left.
Nanny ain't seen me like that shit. She ain't seen me like that shit.
I want to say.
Did she say she was at home?
She said, I would love if you came to see me. So
you need to ask her if she at home. Like, call if you need to.
Yeah, I got to say, she probably ain't done text me since she don't answer.
I've been watching this thing on YouTube about catering the conference. by Pastor Todd. You seen that thing he did where he spit in his hand one time? He talking about how things get nasty, and he messed around and spit in his hand and rubbed on dude's face, and everybody was like, "Oh no, no,
yeah."
He had came back and apologized about it. Yeah, it was a bit much.
I would hear him. No.
Yeah, it was definitely a bit much. But I've been watching this sermon. I'm gonna think maybe 4. He just talking about catering to comfort, and
I'm trying to. We
like,
gotta figure out how to get our views up.
Even if you don't get your views up, it was a thing on here where basically, you know, it's like a checklist of things you have to have for the next step. Mm-hmm. And since I ain't never been live, and I have to be live for like maybe 30 minutes or something, that'll be the last little thing I have to check off before I can move to like the next step or whatever. Okay. So even if we don't have them interviews, I can leave some up under my belt. But this can be a learning experience because I ain't really too much mess with nothing on here to see how it was and how you get badges and, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, a prayer I've been praying, it was something about like walking in God's word and people pretty much seeing so much of God that it draws them to me and get them closer to him. I've been saying it for about 3 days. How about I messaged my sister the other day and I was telling her about the sermons I've been watching with Pastor Todd. Mm-hmm. And she was like, girl, what? I said, man, that man been tearing me apart and put me back together because I was just been screaming at TV, cool.
You can receive.
I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, send it to me. I want to watch it. And I ain't think about it till the next day when I was just like, hey, that prayer might be working. That prayer might be working.
Because you're trying to go deeper. Anytime, it's an invite. It's an invite. Anytime, like, with scriptures, I would say. Scriptures, want to get close to God. I mean, he give us free will. So, it's more like an invite. You're inviting, you know what I'm saying, that spirit in. And now that you're reading and trying to get a better understanding, then you're going to probably just start seeing things manifest.
Yeah, I was proud about that. I was like,
That's good.
I said, they're working already.
That's good. So what,
this stuff I just be writing down when I was listening. One of the things that I wrote down is because he was talking about dating in person. I was like, bro, we ain't never been taught that.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
But you know what? For the last, like, 3 years, I really been feeling like I really don't care to have no sex. Like, it's just so overrated. And I definitely kind of feel like when you carry a power within yourself, and people become attracted to you, you don't even feel no type of way about it because it kind of like, I know why you here kind of thing. But a lot of people, I feel like, I feel like I just be attracted to broken people. And they need some kind of healing from me. So a lot of time men feel like, you know, I'm supposed to be with you because that's the only kind of relationship you know of a man and a woman having, instead of, no, you ran into me because you need something I got to give. And it definitely ain't nothing physical. But I was telling people I think I want to buy her some purity rings.
Some who?
Some purity rings.
What is that?
Well, you basically dedicate yourself to God and you just like, you know, you don't want to have sex. Yeah. And you just don't until it's replaced with like an actual wedding ring. Like I kind of feel like until I honestly feel like I know that you love me, you know, I know God sent you here because, you know, until I get that feeling, I really don't see no need in just. And I've been feeling the urge about 3 years. Like, I feel like I don't did enough with whatever everybody else want.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that no more. Because I feel like it's just so much more to it for me. Because I'm just like, it's overrated. Because they always like me more than I like them.
Nah. It is I do believe it's a spiritual transformation. That's why they say soul ties. You know what I'm saying? I believe in it. Like, soul ties, and you let somebody enter into your soul, you know what I'm saying, by intimacy. And I agree with the purity, dating with purity. My challenging thing will be like how long, because at the end of the day, you still young, you still got your nature, you know what I'm saying, you gonna still feel that long for a touch, for a touch. But I think that's probably my challenge now. I don't know about with yours, cause everybody different. You know, I do know how to say no. I do know how to sustain and be celibate, which I am now. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like you still have that moment, you know. And I don't masturbate or anything. I don't do that.
Well, hell, maybe you need to start.
I don't. Nah, I don't do that. You know.
But I don't know. I feel like, you know, you're going to be human. You're going to backslide until you get it there with anything. But that's with growth. You know what I'm saying? That's how you grow, making mistakes and keep going and trying to do it a better way. But I don't know. I definitely feel like once you done met somebody where it's just like, or if you have this highest self of love for yourself, then you become real picky of who even get it. And just talking to this dude I've been talking to.
Of course that.
I just feel like I've never met somebody so genuine in my life. You know how sometimes you hardly ever meet people that are you. Well, I can just, like, you really thoughtful, but I'm thoughtful. But I ain't ran into nobody as thoughtful as me. Like the small stuff, he paid attention to a lot of small things. Mm-hmm. But it definitely made me feel like I love myself, but maybe I ain't been loving myself as best as I could. And I've been feeling like the more I learn, the more I'm just like, who don't get access to me no more. Yeah. But it really ain't that hard when you run into people and you can see people for who they are before they even open their mouth. It ain't that hard not to lay down with them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But what about the hard part of the connect? Like, just how old dude, you said, his thoughts kind of like yours. Did you say that?
I said he very thoughtful.
He kind of, he got one of your characteristics in that you probably value, you know. How would you handle like the connection with it though? Like,
I kind of feel like I feel like to connect with people, with me, it don't have to be a physical thing.
It mentally.
But to connect, for us to have a connection, it don't have to be a physical thing. Because I do believe that love is patient. Yeah. So if I'm sitting here telling you, like, I'm on the journey and it's within myself and I don't want to have sex right now, if that's frustrating you so bad and you can't wait on me or you can't, you know, if it's all about you, then I'm probably not for you no way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it like that. Because anybody that's actually God sent, I ain't saying they're going to be perfect, but sex, I don't feel like that'll be like at the front of their mind. This one guy, I used to I had met him when I was still living down here, and for whatever reason, like he ain't have social media, but he used to be up on like his cousin's accounts and stuff. So I could never like just type in his name and just ever find him. So about 10 years passed, and I was like, dang, I wonder what he doing. I went to that South End reunion, and G had done posted a picture of me, and him and G worked together. That's how he got back in contact with me. So one day, me and him were talking, and he said, man, I've been looking for you. I was like, yeah, I've been looking for you too. You know, I just trying to see what you had going on and how you been and stuff. And we just got to talking, and he said, you know, you the only girl that I ever been with that ever told me no to sex. And that was about 10 years ago, and I was like, what? He was like, yeah, man. He said, that just made me so infatuated with you. That just made me want to keep talking to you and get to know you. And to this day, like, you still, like, now you text me to my you and broke your finger. I ain't talked to this boy in 3 or 4 months.
He's trying to find.
But you just randomly or just try to find something for us to talk about. But I'm like, I don't know. I definitely feel like he needs some healing, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just something with him, cause like, I don't know, I feel like he just be too angry for me.
That sex is a healing aura, though. Yeah, and I don't look at little stuff on Instagram and stuff like that, and they be talking about like the transfer of, so that might be your way of healing, you know what I'm saying? And then you ain't give your energy, you know what I'm saying? Because that is important. Transfer of energy. Somebody can drain you.
Very true.
And then you got to go back and get poured into. You know. But I will say that I think that your thought about wanting to date with purity, I think a lot of women as well as men would love that. I don't know if it would change though. With the day and time that we in, I don't know if it would change how a person see you. Meaning, what I mean by that is, okay, say you meet this guy, you know what I'm saying? You don't pretty much, he don't approach you about sex or whatever, but you on this journey, the purity thing, and then he get an understanding like, okay, and he hold back. So you feel like, okay, we don't make that time frame. It's probably getting the time that we, engage with each other, and then y'all engage, and y'all do the do. So later on down the line, things start not going right. How would you, how would you feel like after that? Do you feel like you've been violated your your standards, or?
Cause we go through, cause I wouldn't feel no different than what I done been through already. Like I done did that already. I done got the feeling. I done been hurt. I done had children. You know what I'm saying? But I doubt it. So I really doubt it.
What would be your goal? I would say, what would be your goal when you say dating with purity? What would be your goal?
I just feel like anybody, like my goal is to, like I'm just not giving my body to nobody else. I don't feel like that I know for a fact that you love me. It ain't what you saying. It's the things you get up and then you doing, you showing me every day. Mm-hmm. A lot of time when women sit around or men sit around and have a conversation about what kind of people are in the world, mm-hmm. that's all you know, because those are the people that you're encountering.
Right.
But sometimes you have to take a look at yourself and be like, well, why am I attracting these kind of people? Or why am I entertaining those kind of people? A lot of people, they don't really see that. So you can sit up here and say, well, men ain't nothing and women ain't nothing. And I can sit up here and beg to differ. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, what kind of people you running into? You know what I'm saying? Like, we run into all the same people of the world. Yes, men and women, they do have their issue. But what kind of people are you running into where you feel like that men really ain't nothing or women really ain't nothing? Like, what you got going on?
Yeah. So you think it's the way that you basically saying the way that you carry, maybe?
Or the things you entertain. Because sometimes some people should be left at a conversation. Sometimes you can hear things, and by sometimes women being just nurtured, we always feel like we gonna fix that, instead of realizing something is wrong here. I might need to leave you alone. I probably shouldn't even start talking to you. A lot of so many people go against their own intuition, but it's like, if you won't listen to yourself, you ain't gonna listen to nobody.
True, that's true.
But a lot of people don't listen to themselves, so they keep trying to talk to this man and that woman. And then you get the whole feeling of, like, the whole mindset of, they ain't no good, he ain't no good. Because it's the people you choosing. Some of them.
Y'all, I don't try to try different. I don't try different. And I still, like, somewhere it's like it goes sour, or... I think that my thing is I probably was a little too gullible. Maybe even a little naive.
I think I'm still naive with a lot of things.
Yeah, a little gullible and a little naive. Cause I don't try different complexion, even though that has nothing to do with it. Cause you can still date the same spirit. You see what I'm saying? But I don't try different. I don't try to date dudes. They have something totally different trajectory about their life. And then I still... So, I guess at that point, I'm like, okay, what should I do? At that point, if I don't try A, and then I don't try, okay, A didn't work, so I'm finna try C. And then I don't try C, and C still didn't work, now I'm finna try D. And D didn't work, they go back to the drawing board. But it go back to me. Like, okay, what is it that I'm missing by A, C, and D? What am I missing? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. At this point, I'm gonna start questioning myself. Okay, what is it? Am I the problem? You see what I'm saying?
I done been like before where I'm just like. Like, I done made so many wrong decisions. I'm scared of my own decision making. Yeah. But now I got to a point where I'm just letting my next be bigger than myself. Like, so I'm just trying to walk a whole different path. Like one day I was just like, I don't know, I just feel like I just need something different. I just need a change. I just need to go about things completely different. So I was like, maybe I just need to take time and just pour into myself as much as I try to pour into other people. But when people ain't shit, they ain't shit now. But it don't matter if they light skinned. It don't matter, how if you wait 10 years or 2 years. Run to somebody that ain't nothing. Now, sometimes that's just what that is.
Me knowing you as long as I've known you, I definitely have seen growth. I do feel like you have went from trying to please the person or that guy to now you look at facial like self-care. So I went in other words, where I'm going with this is I feel like you have changed. I feel like you have changed. You may not give yourself grace. That's the way I'm trying to put it. Give yourself grace. I think you have changed. It's just that, and it's something that I cannot answer as well because both of us are single. But at the same time, like I think that, is it the environment maybe?
I feel like if you don't never take the time to be who God called you to be, you ain't gonna never have who you supposed to have. So whether you single or whether I'm single, we probably ain't became who we supposed to be yet. So, and that's just how I feel. Period.
So what? So what do you think? What do you think your purpose is?
My purpose is doing stuff like this. My purpose to be here is to help other people, to inspire, to encourage, to motivate. Okay. That's what I feel like my purpose is.
Life coaching, basically.
But I feel like I might need to be a fit of me for me to run into the person I need to be. I might need to be a more somebody that's more into the word for me to become more of a person that I need to be.
More
like
into the way now?
The word.
Like Bible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it can be plenty of things, but I don't feel like I am who I am. I'm walking in my purpose now, but I don't feel like I have became who I need to be like completely. So my whole optimism come from with the whole dating thing.
I disagree with that.
I ain't gonna get who I'm supposed to have until I start being who I'm supposed to be.
Okay, I disagree. I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with you. Because you said I'm walking in my purpose. That means you're operating in your purpose. Do you know millions of people? Millions of people are not operating in their purpose. And I'm gonna give an example with that. Someone who does hair, that's their talent to do hair, but their gift is maybe ministering. When somebody come into that chair and they come in, they talk about their problems, and as they're doing their hair, that's their talent, but their ministry is encouraging that person and mentoring that person. But even with that, you said something so significant. You was like getting in the word. We basically gonna tell people off our life experiences, or something that we may have heard or learned. But what about adding that missing ingredient, which is the word? And that's not looking for perfection. It just kind of like more so adding the spiritual, feeding your spirit man more, to help with discernment. Because some people will come to you, like you said, I'm going to use the thing when you say, you feel like you got a healing oral. It's a lot of people that going to run to you for healing, but they're not your assignment. So that comes with discernment. And the only way that you're going to strengthen your discernment is to get into your word. You know what I'm saying? Read God's word. One thing I'm going to say, Ephesians, I'm going to get to you too before we leave. Ephesians 6 in the Bible, it talk about we don't wrestle with flesh and blood, but we wrestle with principalities, spiritual wickedness, and darkness. So if someone is running to you asking for healing, you can't say, in other words, you can't save the world. You know what I'm saying? You can't save the world. I wholeheartedly feel like you are operating in your gift. And this was just shared from my mentor. she told me that my husband is gonna come when I'm starting to do ministry. I'm not gonna rush and do ministry because I got to learn, and I ain't finna get up like no fool.
But my thing is, even with ministry, it depends on what you looking, what view you looking from that from. So if you grew up in a church, you might feel like, well, my ministry is only through helping people through the church. But I can feel like I'm walking in my purpose because I handle and I talk and I take the load off people, and I'm speaking what needs to be spoken to people in my workplace.
That's it. That's why I said hair. You see, I went outside the box. The church is, a lot of people, it's a building. But I said doing hair because guess what? You know how many people coming down? They probably get their hair done for the club. They do, or whatever reason. But if that person coming in now and they got a need.
Hey, G.
If they got a need, you know what I'm saying? If that person coming in and they got a need, you may have something. Your ministry is you listen, and you tell that person about your experience with life that can help that person. You will probably be one significant word that you say during that person's hair, that will help them for a lifelong journey. So when I say ministry, it's not just church. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to be inside the four walls. It's way bigger than that, because I think sometimes with church, people tend to judge. Mm-hmm. Somebody coming out with a real short dress. I don't want to look at this girl with her short dress and decide not to minister, help her, tell her something that probably can pour into this young lady. You see what I'm saying? So ministry, and you know, you going back to drawing board with you operating your gift. I feel like you're operating your gift. What you're doing now, where you yearning for a deeper relationship with learning the word and applying it to your life, that's gonna help your spirit, man. So you'll know who to help, who your assignment is.
I feel like, because even just watching some of them sermons and stuff, or just hearing a male's perspective of how women should be speaking to whoever they with. Because a lot of times whenever I watch sermons and stuff, I can guarantee you we watching them for two different reasons. The thing we trying to take away from it, it probably gonna be completely different for me. But a lot of stuff that I've been watching too, it ain't just to be like just only like, you know, just to get a deep connection with God. It's just how I'm supposed to be carrying myself and how I'm supposed to be speaking, period. Because in my household, I went taught a lot of things. So a lot of times, you know, if you used to your mama, your auntie, whoever yelling at dudes and talking them crazy, that's what you gonna do. But it take for you to learn, like, this ain't okay. But some of that stuff, a lot of that stuff that I was listening to, it ain't even just because he can tell me like scripture to go to get a deep connection with God. It's just how I'm supposed to be carrying myself when it comes to your friends or your mate or whoever.
A virtuous woman. That sums up everything. A virtuous woman is a clean woman, meaning your spirit clean, your mental clean, and you're striving for better. You're not out here prostituting. You know what I'm saying? That's uncleanness. So I think that's almost pretty much how the carry part, when you say carry yourself, it goes to being a virtuous woman. And I want to... Hey, sister. I want to say something about when you mentioned childhood, because that was our niche of things. This is so important. When you said hollering at a dude and stuff like that, I holler at my kids. Hey, I'm full throttle. I'm gonna be honest. I'm full throttle. However, I desire not to do that. But it's hard to break that habit, because that's how I was raised as a child. Go sit down. And then sometimes I catch myself, find myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, darn, I ain't have to holler. But I don't learn to start to apologize now. But even with the apology, I don't want to keep apologizing. So now, how do I get rid of this?
But if you wrong, ain't never wrong. You can't never apologize too much when you wrong. Like if you honestly feel like I am truly sorry, apologize as much as you need. But one thing that helped me with hollering is I learned that Marion don't respond to that.
Okay.
Like his ears, like you could just look at his face and he just like
he shut down.
Yeah. So I know he didn't hear that. So I'm like, hey, it got to be another way. I feel like all that yelling, that's a low level of communication. Because you wouldn't want nobody yelling at you. Children ain't nothing but small people. Mm-hmm. They have the same feelings we feel. They want the same respect, but it's hard to try to teach them to respect you or to go out and respect people in the world when it's just like, but look how you talking to me. I ain't even getting no respect. But I don't know.
I agree. I think that it's a struggle for me in a sense because my daughter, I'm gonna say my daughter, she 8 years old. For the ones that don't know, she 8 years old. So I tell her, what pisses me off is I can tell her something 4 or 5 times, and now I'm mad. Get up and do it. You don't respond until I yell. So it makes me feel like I know that it probably hurt her feelings because she don't mention it before. Like, Mom, why you fussing at me? Why you yelling at me? Why you're not moving when I ask you to move? So I guess it's kind of like tug of war. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't desire to do this. I even learned to apologize for it. But even with an apology, you got to have changed behavior. So that's my behavior. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's my behavior. So how do I fix this behavior at this point?
A few things. Some things that I did with my children, I would give them time to stop whatever they doing to go do what I said. So I could say, hey, after you get finished playing this part of your game, I need you to go wash them dishes. Mm-hmm. Or, hey, whenever you get finished with your homework, I need you to do that at 5:30. I need you to do this. I would start giving them time. If we were finna leave somewhere, I say, hey, y'all, in 10 minutes, we finna get up and we gonna go home. But because that'll give them time to make their mind start functioning to think, okay, well, in the minute I need to do this instead of trying to make them jump up and do this and do that as soon as I say it. So that was one way to make them start working with things. But if I need you to do something now, I say that, hey, I need you to go take that trash out for me right now. Because sometimes if you don't say small words like I need you to do this right now, it's just like you just saying you need it done. Instead of saying, tell me what that you want it right now, so I won't keep frustrating you. You ain't telling me that you're doing it right now, because for all you know, I could be receiving that as you want it done, but you don't mean right now.
You just said something that just hit me so hard. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's the way I'm telling her, get up and do this, instead of saying I need you. I need you is more so of it's authority, but it's also it's kind of like a genuine type thing, like a ask. It's more like asking instead of me saying get up. Get up is kind of like you don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a choice. Forcing you to do something. So that just stuck with me. I'm gonna write that down too. I'm gonna try to switch. I'm gonna try to switch from saying get up then and then be more so like, JJ, I need you to do this. Amber, I need you to do that, and see if that helps.
And then if you don't mind it being done, later say, hey, I need you in the next 10 minutes to do this. Or if I need you to come help me right quick. Can you take that trash out for me? I need you to come help me wash these dishes. Can you go wash them dishes for me? But you have to know that however you talk to your children, that's what they're going to receive when they get in their dating phase. So if you yelling at your daughter, she probably going to feel like when the dude start yelling at her, it's okay because this normal. And we don't want that stuff to be normal for them.
And that's so true. Cause I used to want a dude to holler at me. I used to want, like, I felt like if you ain't holler at me, you ain't no fool, I'll run over you. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. You're so right by that.
But honestly, it took me to start taking educational class about children for me to learn children. I talk to Marion all the time, and I ask them, if y'all ever want to know what kind of parent you are, talk to your children and ask them. Because I asked Marion, what's something I've done to traumatize you? Or what's something I could do better? I had a conversation with him because I just want to know. And I can tell I'm a completely different parent than I was to him and Poo-Poo, but I was a completely different person when I had Poo-Poo too. I wasn't as young as I was with him. So a lot of stuff, I ain't know no better than I didn't know what I was doing. So we had a conversation. I sit down and I apologize for things because it's just like, I didn't know.
Right.
But I don't know. If you ever want to know how your children feel about you, open up the flow for them to say how they feel without cussing them out or making everything about you. Open up the flow for them.
Yeah.
But I've been doing that lately. And that'll help too. If they constantly saying, you always yelling at me, I feel like I can't do nothing right. It's easier to change stuff when you hear like how I'm really making you feel.
Right. Because
what I've learned when I was growing up, honey, a lot of them folks in my household and my family, they was all first bullies.
Yeah.
Because you ain't had no choice. It wasn't asking you to do nothing. And anytime you felt any type of way, they took it like you trying to fight them. Like you couldn't even be emotional about stuff.
Right. Right.
That ain't normal.
You couldn't express yourself. And I think that done poured over into adulthood too, because you wasn't taught to express yourself, ask questions. We couldn't ask questions. It was just like,
you ask a question, you think you grown. These folks trying to turn up on you when it's just like, no, I'm serious. I'm honestly trying to get an understanding.
Yeah.
But them folks didn't know how to communicate. That's why y'all took everything as like an argument, because you don't know how to communicate. I seen a video the other day. The dude said, whooping your children is the lowest level of communication. And I sat with that for a few days.
I sat with that for a few days.
But you know what I thought about? I was like, with my mom and them, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall to see how they were treated when it came to their mama and their grandparents, for them to be beating on us as much as they did.
Yeah. It's a repeated cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I don't told y'all, I don't told her. The reason that we're having these conversations is because we realize it's not normal. It's not normal. And we want the best for our children. And you know, when you start to see things and you just like, I don't want to be like this. And you realize, okay, this happened in my childhood. You become a generational curse breaker. When things aggravate you and you don't want to be the same as your family that you grew up with, like they really kind of started to become disgusting. You know, in a sense. But you got to learn how to love them through, their flaws and the ones that don't want to change. But a person such as us, I'm going to say us, we're generational curse breakers. That's why we pay attention to what happened to our childhood and try to change it with our children.
You cry?
No.
She's like, you cry?
But that is most definitely the truth. But being a generational curse breaker, a lot of people around you won't understand why you doing what you doing. And they'll always say, well, that was my child. I do this and I do that, but this ain't your child. Because I remember I don't had to straighten my grandmama out before. And I don't had to tell her, you raised your children, these mine. So whatever you want to instill in them, you did that. If you ain't got anything good to say, don't go against what I'm telling my children, because we're going to have a real problem. Because I ain't telling my children nothing wrong. But it's definitely not easy, and you definitely sometimes will seem like the black sheep, or well, she thinks she all that, or all this stuff, just or because difficult. You won't go along with what everybody else doing when it comes to their children. Because at the end of the day, I do think my children all this and all that, which I should.
Yeah.
If you don't think highly of your children, what's up with you? I think very highly of my children. I take pride in my children. Like, I really do feel like my children are my biggest flex.
I do got a question though. About, I want to kind of jump back to dating. being that you're trying to find a new way or a new avenue to go in your dating to see if you can get different. What thing of your childhood would you say that have affect your relationship with men that you have already dated, that you can see through all the relationships you've been through, and you go back to that common denominator place and you be like, this happened in my childhood and this is something I see that I have done or it have happened in my relationships?
Well, first of all, for me to be on the journey that I'm on, it ain't really to see if I'm gonna get different. It's just for me to be different, period. Until I get a feeling of knowing, like, I know what love is, period. So whether it end or fail, or whether it ain't a goal to try to hold out to see if I get a husband, none of that. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I ain't in a rush to marry nobody.
You were already a wife.
But
you're already
as far as the question you asked me, I don't know if I really have an answer for that, because I really kind of feel like a lot of them men that was around us, a lot of men wouldn't even provide us, that they ain't take care of Joe. I just wish that I would have seen, like, men be more chivalrous to the women that was around me, so I could see, like, this is an expectation of what people would do if they like you. But I've noticed, like, dudes that I've dated until, like, recently, that they really weren't chivalrous. They really weren't, like, I'll buy you flowers or emotionally available. That's what I say. Okay. They really didn't seem emotionally available. And I guess maybe the men that the people around me dated when I was a child, them men wasn't emotionally available to
they were just
the grown women around us. And some of them wouldn't even provide. They had somebody in the house just to say they had somebody. But that ain't never been an issue for me. Because I don't mind being by myself, and I just been like that. But
I would say my more effective, the thing that have affected my relationships is I always been in survival mode.
Hello.
Who you talking to? I always been in survival mode. So when you're in survival mode, your masculine energy overrides. It's hard for you to fall back and allow a man to lead. Now, don't get me wrong. I did take when I got married. I did try my best to take the back seat and say, okay, let him make the decisions. But that wasn't the right person. I'm gonna say it like that. I don't want to slander him or anything like that. But it wasn't the right person, meaning that he didn't know how to lead. You see what I'm saying? Because he codependent on mom and daddy. But I did try to fall back in the back seat. And
I'm gonna tell you something that I heard.
What?
That women not gonna follow a man that they don't trust.
True.
So you could try to take the back seat as much as you want to. You could try to let them lead as much as you want to, even if you felt like they're a leader. If you don't, like, completely trust them, period, and they decision making with y'all money, when it comes to the children, when it comes to the household, how they gonna be when I'm not around you. The things I can't see, the message you sending people that I can't see. Right. If you don't trust that stuff, it's gonna be very hard for you to follow them. And when I tell you, when you get somebody you honestly trust, it ain't hard at all. It ain't even a second thought. Like I was just telling Randy, when women around men that they trust, it's like your mind quit working. I was telling him, I told him, I said, Poo-Poo is my daughter and Jay is my son. I said, you ever knows when Poo-Poo with you, she ain't aware of nothing. When it comes to people that need to get by, she don't even know folks behind her. She could be about to walk off a cliff. If he don't grab her jacket and be like, don't do that, she'll do it. When women trust you,
they trust you with their life.
And like it's like a tumbleweed just flowing through our head. Like you do all the thinking. The other day we were about to leave a restaurant and I got up and I was leaving and he just went and grabbed my keys and my phone. When you're around people you trust and you feel safe, it ain't that hard to follow nobody's lead.
Yeah.
If you having a battle with yourself when it comes to this man or this woman or who I should, what a man that I should be following. Because it's just simply you don't trust them. Even if you telling yourself you feel like you trust them, something within you is not trusting him.
Yeah. And yeah, that's true.
I'm telling you, cause it ain't as hard as people be trying to make it seem like how we the issue. I'm telling you, it ain't that. Cause even with one of the dudes I've been talking to today, like my mind don't even work. And I'm tough now. I'm tough. And I've been doing stuff on my own for a long time. But it's like my mind don't even work. It's like I don't even know how to pump gas no more. Like my mind just don't even, like 2 and 2 don't never be 4.
That's good.
But I'm telling you, it ain't that it ain't that hardcore.
It's trust. So it's just basically trusting. Well, they go back to and they gonna have to until you got my back. But when I'm not around, like you said, that's trust. Cause in front of me, you gonna perform. You're gonna show. You gonna have on your best in front of me. It's what you do behind my back. When ain't nobody watching you. That's integrity. That's what I teach my children. If you ever want to know who you are, look at the things you do when you think you can't get caught. Come on.
If that's what I told them. If you wanna let me know what kind of parent I've been to you, it's the things you doing when you think ain't nobody looking at you. Cause it's easy to do right when somebody just at you all day. Right. That's easy when you know somebody gonna go. That's easy.
Right.
Make good decision when you think I never find out about it.
Yes, that's so.
Well, hey auntie, this is Jamari. Hey Jamari, you know how to spell? What are you doing on TikTok?
Oh, we on TikTok. I thought we was on. Look at Jay. He said
Look,
Jamari.
This is Jamari.
Hey, boo-boo.
Well, we appreciate you all for checking in, for all those that did. And hopefully we can keep this thing growing and the platform grow bigger and bigger and bigger. We just want to sit around and have conversations that we normally have. Because, child, we'll talk for hours. We just feed off each other all the time. So, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube, go subscribe to my YouTube, Chit Chat with Faye Boogie. Follow me on TikTok. I'm trying to get to 100,000 followers, y'all.
We can do this. Oh, yeah, you can follow me, Bold and Beautiful 21 on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. I'm not on YouTube yet, but it's coming.
Why are you